What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gentry 101. If you guys have been following along my kind of vlogs and blogs, you would have caught on to the fact that I have some spark plug issues and some little maintenance issues that are going to be resolving. So this just came in for Burger Motorsport. This is their one-step colder plugs. Comes with a spark plug socket, which is going to be their gapping tool. And then look at that, Burger Motorsport feeler gauges. So, okay, so here you have it. Hopefully you can pick this up. This is saying the 95770 is supposed to be gapped to 22 thousandths of an inch and should be good for about another 10-15,000 miles. So I'm going to set up a time lapse. You can see they look pretty nasty. This one looks to be wet, almost as if it's getting, yeah, that's oil. Doesn't have a fuel smell to it. But which one of these was it? One of these is actually carbon tracked pretty bad. Here we go, and it is this one. So you can kind of see that's all cracked up the side, and then right there as well. So we're going to get these lined up. I'm going to do a run through on how to use the BMS tool as well as the supplied feeler gauges on the new spark plugs, and demonstrating the BMS gapping tool with the new NGK plugs. So we want to loosen this and turn this, because this is actually going to be the part that once we thread the spark plug into, we'll start to compress and gap it. And then here it is threaded for these spark plugs. Now we're just going to go down. Honestly, right there is probably going to be good. And we're going to set this like so, just until there's tension. I'm going to grab our feeler gauge and gently place it between the ground strap and the electrode. And essentially what we want to do is feel for just the minimal amount of drag, just where you can kind of feel it to start to catch. So we're going to compress a little bit here. What we're going to do now is loosen this back up and see if it stayed the same. Okay, so we need to compress more. So we're just going to tighten this up several times, loosen it back up, and continue to check until we have that desired 22 thous. Big shout out to Burger Motorsports for this, BMS spark plug gapping tool. This thing is a time saver because, again, I mean, this is a pretty tedious little job. So it's just patience, really. Small amounts of pressure at a time, back it off, and then set it in there until you get your get everything set just how you like it. So here we are going back together now, and I'm going to get all these spark plugs put back in. After I get the spark plugs in, get the coils in, and in this part of the video, we're going to be replacing this RB PCV valve. This is going to be an upgraded PCV valve that was donated by one of our subscribers that I have. I've already got the engine cover off, so now I'm going to disconnect this fuel line to slide this out of the way and get this back cover off, so we can simply pull the other one out and swap them. Okay, so we got the one-step colder spark plugs in. We got them gapped down to a tight 22 thousandths, so probably really like 21 thousandths. Got the RB PCV valve installed, and now we're just doing a drive. Make sure we don't have any fuel leaks, see how everything fills. And I mean, honestly, just power delivery is a whole lot more smooth right off the bat. But I'm sure from what you could see in those videos, those spark plugs were, a couple of them were definitely toast. Driving definitely feels a lot better. I mean, it'll smoke the tires just like that. So I hope everybody enjoyed this episode of Gentry 101. Again, just a couple recaps of what I've done. I've done the one-step colder plugs and the RB PCV valve. All of that's installed. Did another visual inspection, made sure I didn't have any fuel leaks coming out of that high pressure line on number 6. And 2, did a visual inspection and kind of rubbed my finger around where that PCV valve actually slides into, which is always a good idea to upgrade or replace that whenever you're running higher boost pressures. I think the good